crypto on the brink of a crash or on the brink of another big push up in all the crypto market here? We're going to cover that in today's crypto market update. We're going to go into some of the market drivers, the dollar, but also the total crypto market cap, the altcoin market cap. Of course, going to Bitcoin, we'll go into Bitcoin dominance because interesting stuff going on over there, as well as XLM, XRP, and then we'll go into a special coin that I believe is next up to take off. So if you're new here, subscribe with the notification bell, leave a like and a comment, and now let's dive into it. So straight out of the gate, the dollar right now, I mean, the US, it's Monday, January 15th. It's the wee hours of the morning. It's like 2:48 a.m. Actually, today's Martin Luther King Day, so the stock market is not trading today. So the dollar, though, is trading, and right now it's at 102.47. We're still below the 200-day moving average. The EMA ribbon is still red. If we have a pop-up, we want to get rejected by the 200 moving average. But right now, looking at the momentum, we are headed up here. We want to see it curl over, and then we can have another meltdown in the dollar, which usually is acceleration and gas on the crypto run. But for right now, we're not going to dive too deep into that. But let's go to the total crypto market cap, because this is where it gets intense. Because just 12 hours ago, we were this close to collapse, that close to collapse. And let me tell you why. Because this trend line spanning back to late October, actually when it extends back to September, the first week of September. We had a lot of rejections at this point, even in October. And then when we broke above this point in late October, we held it as support. And then every single kind of scary event, this whole ride up has gotten saved by this trend line, support, November 21st. Then on that big crash day, January 3rd, we had a wick right down, even through it, but we came right back up. Then January 7th, wicked right down to it. Then January 12th, wicked right down to it. Then just yesterday, January 14th, we had the 12-hour candle close right on it. And when Sunday, the blood day, the blood hour at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time happened, we were on the brink of collapse and it got saved. So we have this nice green candle in right now. What I want to see is us get back above 1.65 trillion to take out these candles right here and get back above there and not go back below. Because if we break this trend line, you can guarantee we're going to see some blood in the streets. So this was a good sign, seeing that hold. And then looking on the 12-hour chart, we do have the MACD printed a nice light red right now. We want to see that maintain. And we have the 12-hour TSI still above the zero line. So this is all in well. This is good. But if we don't want to see that go below. We cannot see that go below the 12-hour chart. So in the next 4 hours and 10 minutes, I really want to see some solid momentum out of Bitcoin getting above those key levels so we can, in the total crypto market cap, maintain above the zero line and start to curl up. Looking at the 6-hour chart, we can get a sign or not if we're starting to. The 6 hours starting to slow down, start to curl. The 3-hour chart is crossing as we speak with a nice green MACD coming in. So we can keep this momentum for the next couple of hours here and press up above this horizontal line at 1.65 trillion, we'll be in the clear. But if we start to roll back over and you see us break this trend line, the TSI, the momentum starts to shift over, get ready for some blood, I'm telling you. So where we're at right now is critical, is key. And this trend line and this horizontal line runs out by January 21st. This is going to be a critical week as far as, are we going to have a crash before a pump, or are we just going to send it like 2020 to 2021 bull market? This is going to be the week, by the end of the week, decides that. If we go on the 1-day chart, we are going down in this TSI. We have all the signs of us having a correction here. But, this is crypto and it comes with surprises. So what I'm looking for on the 1-day chart is the stock RSI to cross up. Because every single kind of pump here came from that stock RSI cross up, like there, here, right? So we want to see that stock RSI cross up on the daily chart. If we go down to the 12-hour, we can front run it by seeing that 12-hour cross up. Right now, we're kind of stuck between deciding what it wants to do. We were very close, and now it's going to make its decision in the next 4 to 6 hours here. So that's the total crypto market cap. Going on the weekly chart, though, we do have the stock RSI starting to tease like it wants to cross down. But looking back here, 2023, usually when you cross down once, and then you come and cross back up again. So usually it's like an M pattern. You can see all these M patterns here. You know, you cross down once, M pattern, cross down, M pattern. So we might have a little more juice to go and then come back down like that. That could be the case because a lot of these are M patterns here, you know, so that's what I'm watching as far as the stock RSI goes on the weekly. And looking at the TSI, we're still heading up. It's fine. But yeah, we definitely want to see some momentum come in on the 3-day, the 1-day chart to pull this stock RSI up to then give a run up to the target. I think we were targeting like 2.2 trillion. We're only at 1.63 trillion. I think that Bitcoin will pull up. I don't think it will breach that concrete ceiling that we're calling for Bitcoin. If I go to the 2024 price predictions template, we're saying, even in the Discord, let me just go to the Discord. I'll go to the market updates here because we're calling it to a T. So if you're not already in the Discord, join the Discord, link is in the bio, giving people updated in real time. It said Bitcoin in the long-term fib forecaster, fib overlap zone. This is it, the concrete ceiling moment. That was when it hit basically 49K. You see this overlap, this white shaded zone, and then it got rejected. Concrete ceiling, straight up rejected. And now we're back at 42K down here. So I'm keeping people updated in the Discord, so link is in the bio, come join it. But I don't think it's going to breach past that point. I think we're just going to kind of go sideways. I think I mentioned it in the Discord actually back January 8th. So like 7 days ago, I said, I'm thinking Bitcoin pops up to that 47K to 51K range, which it did right in the middle, 49K. Alts go with it, which they did. Bitcoin corrects back down to maybe between 42K and 48K. We're in 42K right now, and is boring and sideways for a bit as distribution takes place and money flows out of Bitcoin into altcoins, which will have a substantial move higher across the board while Bitcoin is stable and boring. Money shifts into ETH, and the narrative gets drawn to ETH now with it being next in line for a spot ETF. Layer 2s on ETH balloon like ARB and Optimism, along with other layer 1s, AVAX, Algo, XRP, and XLM make it back to their higher ranges and stuff like that. You know, so, and then Bitcoin ultimately goes back down below 40K, and then alts retrace, but they're not going to go substantially lower because they're going to pump. And we're seeing it play out to a T so far. You know, it's lining up good, because even like what I said about the layer 2s and the layer 1s, I mean, Sui on a tear, Tia on a tear, Arbitrum hit new all-time high, Optimism hit new all-time high. So everything's panning out as expected. Still cautious though, as far as, you know, we got to hold this trend line on the total crypto market cap, and then going to the altcoin market cap. But actually, let me just go back and do Bitcoin dominance, since I touched upon it in that message, because Bitcoin dominance going on a 2-week chart. We just saw the 2-week candle close. It's massive. We're seeing a 2-week sell now signal flashing as we speak, guys. Flashing as we speak, a 2-week sell now signal. Last time this flashed, January of 2020, right? The week of January 6th to January 20th. I mean, right now, we're in the week of January 15th to January 29th. It's just so cyclical how these markets play out. And what happened from that point was a meltdown in the Bitcoin dominance. We didn't see it go up to that point till, you know, the bull run was into its bigger phase of altcoins really like taking off. So this sell now signal on the 2-week chart, it will confirm in 13 days if we can see this continue to pull down. But look at the momentum, TSI crossing down. And this is a 2-week chart. You don't see cross ups and cross downs every so often. MACD, 2 reds. Well, we had 1 red come in. Last time we seen a red was October 2021. So we're seeing a shift happen, and Bitcoin is not the place to be, and these altcoins are going to start to outperform. Because even with Bitcoin a little choppy, almost breaking down through 42K, you even saw Tia hit new highs. Sui hit new highs. So we're seeing the money flow elsewhere. I don't think people are panicking, because if that was the case, altcoins would be going down too, but they're not. We're seeing money flow out of Bitcoin, still taking on risk by going into the altcoins. Very solid, seeing this Bitcoin dominance on the 2-week chart flashing a sell signal. On the 1-week chart, we're below the 200 moving average on the 1 week so far. If we can melt down through 50%, it's game on. It's game on. And this TSI is starting to accelerate and waterfall down, which is what we want to see. It's exactly what we want to see. Very solid as far as that goes. So Bitcoin dominance is breaking down. And then if we go to the altcoin market cap, we had a 12-hour buy now come in. If we go to the daily chart, so no 12-hour, daily prepare to buy soon or anything, but we had a 12-hour buy now. We had the 12-hour buy now buy now come in. We're getting hung up by this 50 moving average on the 12-hour chart, which was a key level this whole ride up because we held support on it back in November, December, and then we broke it back here in January and then kept getting rejected from it. So getting back above 500 billion for the total 3 chart will cause for substantial more upside. Then we have this trend line, short-term trend line coming down like that as well too. And we're about to see a decision be made today, whether we're gonna break down from this, retest this horizontal line at 480 billion, or break up through it and retest 520 billion to potentially go into new highs. So that's what I'm seeing there. And looking on the 1-day chart, we are starting to cross up with the stock RSI. The TSI is above the 0 line. It's what we want to see. We just need to see it cross on the 1-day, the TSI, and then we're good. On the 12-hour, we went below the 0 line, got back above, looked like we're going to cross down, and now we're starting to cross up with a green MACD print coming in. Very solid. If we look at the 6-hour chart, we are crossed down. If we can see the 6-hour cross up, that will spill into the 12-hour, which will bring this up like that, and then we can have a substantial move. So this is going to be a good week if we can see those stars align there, and if we can hold the line on the total crypto market cap, and then Bitcoin doesn't break below 42K, remains above 41.6K, starts to press back up towards 44K, gets above it, we're going to see altcoins go on a nice run. So that's the total 3 chart. Then if we look at the other chart, we go to the daily chart, same thing. It looks exactly the same. And if we were to come down here, I wouldn't want to see us break below that 50 moving average, which is at 197 billion. Then if we look at Bitcoin right now, so Bitcoin on the 12-hour chart, looking at the momentum down here, we are seeing a lighter MACD print coming in on the 12-hour. We want to see that maintain in the next 4 hours here. If we go to the 6-hour chart, we are crossing up through the stock RSI through this 20 line, which we want to see, but we need to see that TSI cross in tandem. On the 4-hour chart, we are seeing that stock RSI went through that 50 line, which is solid. We have that TSI crossing right now. We have the green MACD print, and I believe we have 4-hour buy now potentially coming in. Yep, so we have the 2 4-hour prepare to buy soons. So if we can get above 43K in the next 4 hours, we'll get a 4-hour buy now signal to come in, which will be solid. But I'm not very, optimistic or feel safe until Bitcoin's back above 44K. So that's what I want to see. But this is so far solid as far as we're changing the momentum, and bottoms are never fun. It always feels scary. Like this felt scary, but we just popped right back up. We filled that wick. That's what we did. So getting back above these bodies of the candle, getting back above 44K will get us in the clear, and these altcoins will shine. Looking on the 3-day chart for Bitcoin, the momentum is heading down a lot, but I want to show you an idea because I connected trend line with these wicks here, support. If we were to break that 41.6K level, it's likely we would break down to around 38K to 39K, which the 12-hour 200 moving average is coming up into that zone, and the bear flag, this bear flag pattern with this orange line coming down here, extends. The measured move is right to that zone as well too. We have this support coming as well, this descending support in the 12-hour 200 moving average, and we have all this rejection, got above and shot up, coming back down to it. And there's a Bitcoin CME futures gap there as well too. So that would be where we would come at first. Then I think we'd have a pop up and then go into the low 30s if that's going to be the case. But getting back above 44K, then that will come later down the line. But that if we start to break 41.6K, that's what I'm expecting to happen. Then if we look at XRP on the 3-day chart, they're getting ready, they're getting close, because on the 3-day chart, XRP just did a lighter red print on the MACD, which is solid. Usually every bottom starts with that lighter red MACD print. Then we start to curl in. So we're getting closer and closer for XRP and XLM. And then this TSI needs to cool off a little more and needs to cross up. On the 2-day chart and on the 1-day chart, we're crossing as we speak, and the MACD is coming in. And we're holding the 200 moving average on the 1-day chart as well too. So solid so far. Stock RSI crossing up above this 50 line, but we need to get back above 63 cents to say, hey, higher target. So for now, I just want to see it hold 57 cents and maintain candle body closes above that 200 moving average on the daily chart. That's what I want to see, and I want to see this momentum continue here. So then we can get pulled up, and then we can have a blast off moment. But we're getting closer and closer. On the weekly chart, we've cooled off in the stock RSI. You can see we cooled off there. The TSI is still maintaining above the 0 line. We need to stay above there. On the weekly chart, to stay in a bull run for XRP. And, you know, if everything else is going, why wouldn't XRP and XLM? So to me, you know, we're very, very close for a takeoff moment. And the 1 week chart, the 50 moving average is again close to crossing up through that 200 moving average for a golden cross, as well as we have that EMA ribbon holding us as support. So like, I feel like we already hit our lows for XRP at 0.5070 on January 3rd. But if there's like a big crash with Bitcoin and XRP doesn't have a pop up to then kind of, when Bitcoin crashes, it comes down to kind of go back right to that 50-cent level. And if it stays here, you know, it could come down into the 40s if it doesn't start moving pretty soon here, and if Bitcoin crashes sooner than later. So it needs to have a pop up pretty soon, and I would expect us to go to around 66 cents. And at that point, we'll have to revisit how the momentum's looking. But looking on the 3-day chart, you can see that light MACD print right there, where we're at right now. This candle closed in 15 hours, 53 minutes. Look at the last times, and I'll mark it where we had that, the vertical line. So like right here, basically the bottom, we went a little lower, but then here, you know, we started to go. And then here, it was the bottom. And then here, right before the victory day, July, then here. You know, so like either it's the bottom we're about to shoot, or we just go a little bit lower, but not lower than the previous wick. So that's why I would say that we're not going to go below 50 cents. And if we do, it'd probably just be right to this 3-day 200 moving average at 46, 47 cents. I don't see us going lower than that unless there's something breaking in the market. But that's that. XLM will move with XRP. On the 1-day chart, XLM is starting to curl in here. If we see that TSI cross up in tandem with that stock RSI breaking through the 50 line, we're going to pump. And the first level would be 12.5 cents. And then if we can break up through there, we'll come up to around 13.5. XRP and XLM ain't doing much. Oh, one thing I wanted to say with XRP is, notice how we have this yellow little square right here. That means fear. People are concerned. Usually, look at the last yellow one we got back here. It was the bottom. Then back here, it was the bottom. Back here is the bottom. Back here is the bottom. That was back all the way till November 2022. So I would say, based off all that, you know, we probably bottomed. XRP and XLM, all of a sudden there might be a news announcement, this, that, and the other thing. They're just going to go. So it's almost time. It's almost time for them. So that's XRP and XLM. You know, they're going to move together. Both those dance the same. So if XRP is about to go, XLM is about to go. So I'm not going to go too into depth with that. But if we take a look on the right side, the watch list, we got Velo running now. We got Velo. Sui. I mean, we called Sui out at $1. If you didn't watch that Sui 2024 price prediction video, I mean, we're calling it right as it was going. It was 2 days ago. I can't believe it was only 2 days ago. 2 days ago, I'm going to play this. Sui was at 98 cents. And I made this urgent video. You know, I put it all out there saying, hey, now's a great time to get Sui. I'm buying some Sui. I announced it to the Stargate premium members here, and in case you missed it, so right here is January 11th. It was 4 days ago at 4:12 in the morning. Long-term bag announcement. I've increased my holdings of Sui. It's about to go Arbin op in the paint. Sui Bitcoin chart breaking out of the belly of the beast as we speak. Picture perfect example. And that was when Sui was at, it was around a buck. It was around $1. And right now it's at $1.42 in a couple of days. So that's a 40% gain spot holdings in just a couple of days. So we're crushing it with these calls. And I'm going to make a free call on this video right now. I called out Velo to the premium members back, I think a week or 10 days ago when it was around 5 cents. That's up a good 20%. Velo's starting to run. I'm going to get some more of this. But that's not the coin I wanted to tell you. Tezos. Tezos is the next coin that's going to run, and you heard it here first because not many people are talking about Tezos. But Tezos right now is starting to break up towards its highs, yes. But I wanted to show the Bitcoin chart, because the Tezos, the Bitcoin chart, just broke into the belly of the beast. We broke the 786 on the micro right here. And by breaking into the belly of the beast, we're ready to go. I mean, look at this 3-day chart. TSI going right up through that zero line, and the measured move likely to the 2618 extension from current levels is about 70%, a 70% move out of Tezos. So keep Tezos on your radar, because you heard it here first. Tezos is going to be the next one to run substantially. It's going to have a nice move, and I think it's going to be quick. I think it's going to come all of a sudden, but we're on top of it. So that was a little freebie, but if you want to get more calls, then join the Discord. Link is in the bio. Ask how you can get into Stargate Premium. It's Rob at Stargate. I'll get you kitted and suited up with that so you can get all these call all these call outs. But yeah, as far as the market goes, this is the week where it's going to decide a lot. I'm going to be on top of it. Definitely not a week to walk away, that's for sure. But I think that we're seeing money flow out of Bitcoin into these altcoins. As long as Bitcoin can maintain above 42 or 41.6K, but really 42K, getting back above 44K will be even better because a lot of these altcoins will pop up collectively. But yeah, this is the week where we're going to see a lot happen as far as clarity and direction on the market going forward. So definitely time to subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave a like and a comment, and tune into the market this week. It's not time to walk away, that's for sure, because the move that happens this week or next week will be the move that plays out for the next couple of months, and you don't want to be on the other side of that for sure. So link is in the bio. Come join the Discord. It's Rob at Stargate. And I'll keep you guys updated throughout the day in the Discord. Like I said, it's 3:12 a.m. so a lot can change in a few hours. So I'll be keeping everybody updated in the Discord with anything new that's happening on the chart. So I'll see you in there.